Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm about to watch the live broadcasting for Genshin Impact 2.3. The video was already passed, but luckily someone on YouTube's already posted up there, so I'm about to watch it together with you right now. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I do other Genshin Impact videos, and I have a few other things about streaming and so on, about opinions about numerous of things. So if you like that, or maybe you like my Bad Thoughts podcast, I don't know, go check it out. But stay tuned. We're gonna get my thoughts on this thing and see how I feel about it, and try to get that out there before everybody else does, and try to beat some people to the curbs here. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. All right, so again, this is Genshin Impact, and the live VOD's already been passed. But if you maybe missed the codes, stay tuned. You may see we're here during this guy's broadcasting of it.
Nice. That's a lot of S's.
Okay, I don't really know what that was about, but
With this newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me. Protecting my soldiers doesn't just mean having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The
okay,
key
that's
to seizing
Goro,
victory in battle
or Garu,
lies
how
in
they
remembering
pronounce
the
it.
meaning of battle and employing the right tactics to generate momentum. Pull in! Keep your weapon at the ready.
all right,
You
we'll
never
take
know
it.
what's around the corner.
Okay, that monster beast, whatever it is, looks cool as can be.
Henry Commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Finish!
Henry Commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Arutaki Ito. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
People see only causing trouble again. Trouble.
Okay, I guess the person who did the video messed up during it.
Come on, men. We won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arutaki.
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Okay, looking like a dungeon, and
Idiot Oni. What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face.
he's way too skinny.
There! It's showtime!
Way too fucking skinny.
Oh, coming through!
They should have used a new body model for him.
Back in town.
They should have. Maybe one of the Fatui models.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
Love his attitude, love his personality.
And miraculous
Hope he's
are not
good.
the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined.
Okay, so
This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's
I'm guessing we're
profoundest
going back
mysteries,
to
a vast and terrifying hotbed of
go
possibilities.
back to that
People
zone.
are put off by the cold and don't realize that there is much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
And I guess she's getting involved
Are you
now.
here to build a snowman too?
Oh,
Let's
Amber.
combine our forces and build ourselves a huge
Okay,
snowman.
pause. Like, this is probably the only time Amber's going to actually have any relevance in this game, or any use, anything, like, at all. This poor character, she is such underutilized and so belittled and uncared for by Mihoyo. It's almost saddening.
It'll be a ton of fun.
She's a character plot at this
What's
point.
on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine
Fatui.
has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?
Bandits? Something's going on with him. Shadows amidst the snowstorm. Okay. Something's going on with him. My guess is he's not in his right head right now. And Ben is joining in. This is the bad party already. Bad luck will befall us.
I like the snake puppy.
Super cool to see Albedo and Eula in Dragonspine. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but it looks pretty tense.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with that little conversation, but I guess the person turned up the camera during this point. But here's one of the codes if you haven't already got it already. Let's go ahead and skip to the next part. All right, we're getting a view over of the new character. Like I said, I like his design. They just made him way too fucking skinny. They should have gave him a new model. Like, this would have been the perfect time to introduce a new model type with this guy. Love the little bull, little dancing bull. Cute. Classic Shibuki. Woo!
Beetle fighting, trading card games, spinning tops, kendama, hide and seek, you name it, I can play it. What do you say? Pick one and we'll have a little contest? Just make sure you're ready to get thrashed.
Okay, so let's look back here real quick. Let's look at this scene right here. The two new icons. He's a Geo, of course. The first and the greatest head of the Akatsuki gang formed throughout Inazuma City's Hakukanzi. Sorry for mispronunciation. Wait, what? You never heard of them? Are you trying to be funny here? And then it goes into claiming to be the first greatest head of the current gang, responsible for other duties and of which he tried to explain to some Taru Commission's officers when they came to him to investigate a rather harmless street brawl. Unfortunately, they interrupted him not 2 minutes into the explanation before making him down as unemployed. Okay, so I like to have a little bit of Oni, a little bit of background. I like the background. I like his weapon. Of course, the weapon would probably be a legendary weapon you can't get with outside of it. And of course, they got the two actors. They don't have the Chinese voice actor, just the English. Max Milham, and the Japanese version is Curtis Christian. I'm not even trying to pronounce that. But does it go over the characters' abilities? I was kind of hoping to show, maybe it'll show a little later, but I was hoping to give you some details on the characters' abilities. Let's keep it going.
Trading card games, spinning tops, kendama.
Dude, in Inazuma.
And yet he's like kind of this goofy kid at the same time. Like,
we're gonna skip this guy's
Voice of
top.
Arutaki Ito. Max Middleman.
Taking it to the max.
Okay, well, it's in a name there.
Hey, can you hear me? Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Arutaki numero uno Ito here in the flesh. So, what are we doing? Talking about Ito's fighting style? Cool, let's get into it. Ito wields a claymore and manipulates the Geo element. He's strong, tough, reliable, a true Oni horn to toe. His normal attack performs up to 4 consecutive strikes, and when his second and fourth attacks hit opponents, Ito will gain stacks of superlative super strength. Pretty cool name, huh? Oh,
Okay, so I'm assuming already you're gonna need to make sure you hit all 4 attacks so you can start stacking that up. So you don't want to very much want to, you know, constantly pull out your ultimates or constantly pull out your maybe your E or whatever. You want to get those stacks up so when you do it, you hit really good. So you might want to do like 2 4 stacks, then pop your E, or like 3 4, you know, maybe then, or let's see. I don't know how it keeps on doing with whether or not I'm gonna guess here. With when you do your ultimate or when you do your special move, you may lose your stacks, so you may want to be worrying when you use your stacks.
another thing to note is that Ito's normal attack combo won't reset for a short time after using his elemental skill or performing a sprint, which means you can keep on swinging even after you move. When you hold to initiate a charged attack, you can use superlative strength stacks to perform Arutaki Kesagiri slashes without spending any stamina. Each Arutaki Kesagiri slash will consume 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the final stack is consumed, Ito will unleash an especially powerful attack. When no stacks of superlative super strength are available, Ito will perform a Saichi Monji slash. Oh, and most importantly, remember to keep your hairstyle as cool as possible, even when the wind...
Okay, so, to unleash your stacks, you do a heavy attack, and when doing a heavy attack, you will be able to do it without using stamina. But if you don't have no stacks, you'll do a different type of attack to replace your normal attack you would get when you have stacks. But I'm sure that would use stamina. And then go to his abilities just yet.
Keeps trying to mess it up. After unlocking the talent Arutaki
Not me.
Ichiban, which,
Whoever did this
by the way,
VOD.
means Ito's the best, when Ito uses consecutive Arataki Keisagiri, his resistance to interruption greatly increases, and each slash causes the subsequent slash to have higher attack speed. So your slashes will keep getting faster and harder to stop. With another one of Ito's talents, Bloodline of the Crimson Oni, damage of Ito's Arataki Keisagiri is increased by a certain percentage of Ito's defense. When using his elemental skill, Ito hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi bull, at a
which is completely cute. But I'm getting this thing here. The more time you attack, the faster he attacks. The more he attacks, the harder to interrupt. So no knockups, I would imagine. No knockdowns, no staggering, none of that. So you would probably want to keep him out longer than just pull him out, do his ability, and then pull him out and do his ultimate. That's if he's viable. Now, people will probably find out later on that even with all those little things right there, very much showing that, hey, you want to keep this guy on the field, it may not actually be worth it. It depends on how the scaling is and how much damage it does. So it'll be definitely a test run just by himself. Of course, you can get him up there. And of course, I'm sure some of these things will vary as well, depending on whether or not you have him from C0 to C6, which, for those who don't know out there, is of stacks of the character multiple times. His, I'm forgetting the word for it here. What's that? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. For those who know. I'm drawing a blank here. I'll remember in a second.
opponents, dealing geo damage. When Ushi hits opponents, it'll grant Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength. Ushi also happens to be an auxiliary member of the Arataki gang. Aw, isn't it cute? Anyway, Ushi...
So he gets 1 stack of his little buff just by throwing the character out there. So you might actually want to keep throwing that character out there so you can keep on getting that stack as well if you're trying to build it up for your big release.
Ushi is considered a geo-construct, and it'll remain on the field to taunt surrounding opponents and draw their attacks. But Ushi won't stick around forever. It'll flee when its HP drops to 0 or its duration ends. Ushi also grants Ito 1 stack of superlative super strength when it takes damage and when it leaves. Next up, let's talk about Ito's Oni King form. After unleashing his elemental burst, Royal Descent, behold Ito the Evil, Ito lets his inner raging Oni King emerge, using his Oni King's Kanabo in battle. Yeah, you see that mace he's swinging? During this state, Ito's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be converted to geo damage that cannot be overridden.
Okay, so I'm assuming, because it looks like the mace comes out, the special mace he's having on his shoulder comes out when he pops that ability or pops his ultimate, which I'm assuming it increases his damage, increases his speeds, increases pretty much a lot of things here. But and of course, go back to the little back to the bull as well, that you also get a bonus to your, or a stack of yourself when the bull gets hit, and you get a stack on it when your bull comes into the battle and leaves the battle. So it's 2 stacks right there, and depending on how long he survives, but problem is you want the bull to get hit, because the bull gets hit, it means he gets stacks. So I don't know if it's good to interrupt the bull while it's being taunting the enemies. So you may want to pull him out and not do anything that might stagger the enemy.
The first and third combos of his normal attack will grant Arutaki Ito himself 1 stack of superlative super strength when they hit opponents. While in Raging Oni King state, Ito's elemental and physical resistance drop, but his attack will be increased based on his defense, and his normal attack speed will also be increased.
So his stuff is his defense is already, well, not his defense, his stagger ability is already going up, or unstagger ability is going up. His damage is already going up, attack speed is going up, and then when he pops that ability, he will be vulnerable more than ever. So that would be probably a good time to make sure you have the bull out, so it will be taunting the enemies, so you can use your character to its fullest without taking a lot of damage, because its defense is going to be going down, but his attack power would be going up. So good combo. Pull out the bull first, then pop your ultimate.
Ito also has an exploration talent, Woodchuck Chucked. When we have Ito in our party, we will have a chance to obtain an additional log of wood while using attacks to collect wood from a tree. So, collecting wood materials will be more efficient.
Okay, so if everybody does not understand that little thing right there, there's a gathering system in the game which you can go to your teapot, your realm, and be able to make things, and having a character that can farm wood for you faster, or at least more of it, would be kind of nice. But it's also a claymore character. I don't know if this really is a very, very, high usefulness out of it. It's a nice little trope, right? Giving some characters some benefit of being out, other than just being a useful character. There's some characters that travel easier, some characters that can cook better, some characters that can run longer, they can glide longer. They have the different traits about them, and his trait is cutting wood, which honestly, it's kind of confusing, right? Where he's a claymore character with a big old mace on his back, but he's still holding a claymore sword, so I guess you can cut down logs just as good with that. They should probably add an axe class into the game. Just saying, more weapons, Mihoyo. Come on.
Ito's pretty slick, huh? Anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing everyone interact with Ito in our future adventures because he's honestly a really fun character to voice. And those are all the inside deets about the one and only Arutaki Ito. Zach, throwing it back to you.
And that's all from our special correspondent, Max Middleman. Thanks, Max.
Okay, so we're jumping right into the Goro part of, I'm assuming, here. Goro would be a Geo character. Don't know why people call him a furry, though. He's a humanoid with animal-like creatures to him. Furries do have elongated noses. They have fur on the entire body. They have paws for hands, paws for feet.
You can always speak your mind with me.
He just has,
although I can't guarantee that I'll always have an answer.
Canine ears and
even when I can't
canine tail. Now let's see. The Great General of Watatsumi Island's forces. He is deeply trusted by his subordinates. During the period of the Vision Hunt decree, Goro led the forces of the Watatsumi against the Shogun army. The Cecil held the line against them. The troops call him the ever victorious points earned general, nickname that has also board use among Sugunite warriors. Okay, so this guy is he's a general. Of course, again, he's a bow user. He's supposed to be be the first Geo bow character in the game, and he has a nice little. He's a very nice design. I just don't get the whole furry thing. Again, that's the line between a cat girl or a what's another word, like a he's pretty much like going from a person with just animal-like traits to being just straight up an animal. So it'd be like saying like a werewolf is more like a furry, right? They have paws, claws, and paws for feet, and the full furry, extended, elongated noses. Where this thing just has cat ears and a tail, which honestly, not for me to really judge anybody, but I think he has a very, very cool design. Doesn't make very much sense why his midriff is wide open. Honestly, in a warlike state, that would be a horrible thing. But it's a video game, so who cares, right?
Muster much of a response. You can always count on me to be a good listener. Whatever it is.
This is under development. It is not official release.
Whoa! Here we go.
He looks like a real good boy with a big, beautiful heart.
That he does.
Goro's elemental skill.
Okay.
So everyone sees him as reliable.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened.
The Watatsumi Island Resistance wields a bow and holds a Geovision. His elemental skill, Inuzaka All-Round Defense, deals AoE geo damage and sets up his General's War Banner.
Aw, the dog paw on the banner is so cute.
I love it.
What does the War Banner do?
Well, this banner is more than just for show. It provides buffs to active characters within the ability's AoE based on the number of party members in field who are of the Geo element. So, for example, when we have 1 Geo party member, it grants a defense bonus. When we have 2 Geo party members, in addition to the defense bonus, it increases resistance to interruption. And when we have 3 Geo party members, it adds a Geo damage bonus on top of the previous.
Okay, so 1 and 2 pretty much seem like pointless. You literally need 3 Geo characters. I don't know if it counts itself, but 3 characters actually make it a usable thing and to most average players. Because honestly, you don't need the other 2 unless you're going through a challenge where you're having a difficult time beating it. And they try to show it. I love how they snuck that in there. They try to show it how it would be useful with the Traveler and their Geo ultimate. Like, look, I can put the flag down and then make an arena around it. I never really liked the Geo Traveler's abilities. Like, it's just, here's a ball and here's like a ring that if you knock them into, hit them, they get hurted. But realistically, no. Okay, so kind of a support character, right? It's not really so far, not really a damage character, but very heavily on support. Not big into that. I find most bow characters kind of their play style kind of boring, but I don't have all the bow characters, so I don't really know if all of them are fun. Hope this one's, if I do get Goro, his play style is entertaining and fun to play as rather than just charge, shoot, click, 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 and then use my ability and then swap off of them, right? Like, most bow characters I played are always, hey, I swap to them, I do their abilities, and I swap off of them. I don't stay on them because they don't really have a very fun combat style or fun gameplay style, just keeping them out, and otherwise I'm just using them for popping balloons. I'm mixed on this one, but let's keep on going.
These 2 bonuses we just mentioned.
Okay, so what you're saying is the more Geo characters we have in our party, like, I don't know, Albedo, the more buffs we gain from Goro's elemental skill?
Which, by the way, for those who don't know, if you have a number of characters in your party that are the same elemental trait, you already do get some bonuses with it. Whether it be bonus to shields, bonus to damage, bonus to crit, bonus to a number of things. So you already get that, but I guess that was stack. So 2 of it won't really hurt, or 3 of it. I just don't really know. It might be a meta change. It might be a meta change here, but I have my what's the word for it? I have my doubts. But that's still not enough. I hope they really show it here.
Yes, that is correct. Any characters who like defense and Geo, and there's a few of them, would probably like that a lot.
Yes.
And finally, Thanks, Koi. And finally, we have Goro's Elemental Burst, Juga Forward unto Victory. Unleashing his burst, Goro deals AoE Geo damage and creates a field known as General's Glory. Just like his elemental skill, the field provides buffs to active characters according to the number of Geo party members.
Okay, so it pops out 3 flags, pops out little doggy guy holding a flag, and it starts doing, I'm guessing maybe increased damage, increased attack speed, maybe?
What's special about this field is that it moves together with your active character and periodically generates a Crystal Collapse, which deals AoE Geo damage to one opponent within its AoE.
Okay, so AoE damage, and it moves with them. That is actually kind of nice. Honestly, the moving with them is something that I find a lot of characters don't have. Like, normally it's just, you place it down, and if you get knocked out or the enemy leaves the field, you lose all the benefits of it majority of the time. So it's nice that this actually moves with them.
After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, Goro's Elemental Burst also increases all party members' defense. And another one of Goro's talents, A Favor Repaid, grants damage bonuses to Goro's elemental skill and elemental burst based on his defense, which is great because I love seeing characters using different stats.
Okay, so this one's characters based or baseline attribute for all of our artifacts, I'm assuming, is more defense means better for the character and better for the team. So you want to build probably defense on this character, which, can I be honest with you, I know how most players are going to play as. They're going to want to be able to kill things quick as they can. They don't want to have to be defensive as quick as much as they can. They don't play defensive. Most players on this game play offensive. They want to be on the attack. They want to kill as fast as they can and take as little damage as they possibly can. Geo characters are all about that defense. They are there to survive and last, while pretty much everybody else is there to do damage. I don't think this was a good way to go about it. Again, I think they should probably went for, I don't know, maybe more staggering abilities, maybe more knockups, ways to keep the enemies off their feet so you can do more damage and take less damage, and then while doing that, make that do damage to them at the same time. This whole defense stacking stuff, because all the Geo characters do that, from shields to their kits to their abilities to, like, you almost name it about a Geo character. Everything almost evolves around defense. And I think Noelle can heal a little bit, so it's not a very damage heavy element, and I would like it to be a damage building element, because then it would be on the par with the rest of the characters in the game that most people use, because they're trying to be, they want to see that big number. They want to see that big fucking dick number that just hits on that screen, and you just, like, once you get them fully max level, they want to roll their face on the keyboard. Let's just be honest here. That's what people want to play as, and I don't fault them for that.
Wow, so that's all really cool, but I have to admit that little sidekick of his is so cute. Look at how it waves its banner alongside Goro.
I want to be its friend.
Cheering it on.
Focus, come on.
I will be its friend.
So, aside from his combat-related talents, Goro also has a pretty useful exploration talent called Seeker of Shinies. Yes,
Seeker of what?
That's Seeker of Shinies.
The shiny.
It's amazing and it's adorable. Yes, I totally understand that. This talent displays the location of nearby resources unique to Inazuma on the minimap while you have Goro in your party.
Oh my.
Okay, so quick little thing. This is another little special little trait, little flavor things. He's able to find special treasures and special items, but only on Inazuma. Notice what he said there. Only on Inazuma. So once we're off Inazuma and on to the next island, the next area, done deal. Game's over. Most people won't very much go back to Inazuma unless they're trying to level a character they just finally got, or they want to get a relic from there, maybe artifacts, sorry, but I don't really see this. I don't know. These things are just, they're nice, but they don't really have no longevity to them. They're nice from when you're on the place, even though Inazuma, I would imagine, and then, like, even this next patch, I can already tell you, we're going to be leaving Inazuma. Again, I don't know if we're gonna be very much back in Inazuma very often, other than maybe get the materials that these characters need and then be off of them again. And when the next expansion comes out, when we're going to the next actual zone of the game, I don't think we're gonna come back here. Inazuma would be just one of the things, and his trait will be practically useless. I know it's flavor of life. It's nice. It's nice to have while you have it. But honestly, if I'm playing the character and I'm in an area where I'm farming for things, I don't go, ooh, let me switch to that character that can find those items, especially only in that area, so I can have them help me find those items or find rare items faster. I don't really do that personally. I just remember where stuff is and go, okay, that's where it was, there where it was, and I'll just go there and get it myself. And then if I need to find it again, I use Google. Google is all their abilities put together, because most people make a website or something to keep information on. Just saying, Mihoyo, you can't beat it.
Goodness, let's go seek some shinies. It's gonna be so handy when we're farming material.
All right, now that we've had our first look.
Cool. What
Sounds
else we
pretty
got?
cool, yeah. Well, also in the later phase of version 2
of Ocean
Okay.
Swell.
Okay, so this is the next, I'm assuming, phase 1. This is the next characters we're going to get in the next banner. We're going to get Albedo and Elia, or Eliu. definitely looking forward to getting to her. She's an ice character that I was not able to get when she came out. Albedo, I don't care about Albedo. If you are interested in just getting him once, a lot of people don't very much like him very much at all. His abilities are kind of nice way of saying it, kind of trash. One of his ultimate is, or one of his abilities is literally an elevator. Literally, it's an elevator. You jump on it and it goes up. So you can jump off of it and slam down. Whip de damn do. That's not that great. And it helps you maybe traverse areas of normal would be a little longer to get up, right? I can see that, but there's items in the game that you can literally put on your characters and blow yourself up just as well than having a character that's one of his special traits is a little elevator. I don't know. I guess if you find yourself traversing a lot of high ground a lot of times in this game and you just can't stop climbing and you want to get up there faster, that's a character for you. But I would be definitely going for Elia. I'll Claymore, ice character, and she's very well designed.
Okay, so
My
both
personal trait.
Albedo and Eula's rerun will be available at the same time, that means. That's cool. What else we got?
Cool, yeah. Well, also in the later phase of version 2.3, the character event wish Oni's Royale will become available, featuring...
Okay, so the second phase. So if you're one of the people that's saving up and you want Goro or you want Ito, just wait. I guess more time to stack up. That's what I will be doing as best I can, but I really want Elia, but I want Ito. Man, this is going to be a hard time. If you're well, this is not a problem for you, but you're a free-to-play player like me, this is going to be a struggle trying to get both these characters and at least try to get them at least once would be a struggle for me. And I'm having a hard time getting, right now, Primos, and I'm playing it daily, doing the daily grinds every day. I'm not missing anything, so... They're definitely trying to make you feel like it's time to, if you're a free-to-play character, it might be time to, pay it forward, but if you're just not able to do that, it's going to be a hard one for you.
Our two new characters, Arutaki Ito and Goro.
I'm guessing many of our viewers might be curious about the first two rerun event wishes, so why don't we give some more details?
Oh yeah, for sure. With each version update, we've met many new companions on our journey. So some new players might want to get limited characters from previous event wishes, but it's probably gonna take a long time before they see their favorite character return. After collecting and considering player feedback, the devs have decided to push reruns forward when the timing fits the version content.
So, coming back to the two concurrent character event wishes in version 2.3, both will actually share the same cumulative pull count toward the 5-star drop guarantee, which means any pulls you make on one of the character event wishes will also count towards the other. So, for example, if you pulled 50 times on Albedo's Secretum Secretorum and didn't gain a single 5-star character, then you are still guaranteed to gain at least one 5-star character in the remaining 40 pulls on Eula's Born of Ocean Swell. There will be more information in an upcoming announcement with more details on these new wish mechanics.
Okay, so they're going to be, as far as I understand right there, 2 different banners? Am I understanding that? 2 different banners of 5 stars? So who's the other characters with them? Or are they just by themselves? That would be really nice, honestly. Like, yeah, give me some like random other characters to possibly be pulled in that thing. All the characters that are maybe not a 5-star character, because to be honest, everybody wants a 5-star character. But are there be 2 different banners? Are they getting rid of the other banner and then like one to be in the I forget the version of it, but let's say the purple and blue, and there's a blue wishes. For those who know I'm talking about here. I kind of curious, are they going to be like 2 different versions of the same kind of wishes? You just choose like, hey, do I want to go for Albedo or Elu? Which would, in my case, I would be going all the way Elu. I don't care if I didn't get Elu within the first 5 pulls or 50 pulls. I'm keep on doing it until I pull her. I don't see anybody being interested in Albedo, other than for those who just want to collect them all. gotta collect them all.
And as expected, with new characters comes new storylines. Ito's story quest, Taurus Iracundus, will be added in the new version for travelers to explore.
Okay, it does not say phase 1, so assumptions are being made here, but I'm assuming he's going to be in phase 1 right off the bat. Look forward to his story. Please refer to the official notes and the details. This is a work and function, is not related to any actual people, events, groups, or originations. What is that? A disclaimer? Like, this is not a real person, this is a video game. Is that a disclaimer? Because why? Okay, I'm keeping going.
The Oni race once left countless figures in Inazuman legends, but how do Ito or other Oni live in the current Inazuma? For any players interested in diving deeper into Ito's backstory, this story quest will be a great place to start.
I'm glad they're finally bringing more Oni to the world, since this is a Chinese-based game, and they're in an area that very much corresponds to the islands of Japan, just putting it out there, but I think this is a great thing. More Oni. I like Oni. Oni they're cool little creatures in this world. That's not just like, we have humans and humans. No, we have humans, Oni, and then like animal dog creatures, which I don't consider them as Oni. They might be Oni in this universe, but whatever.
Out events in version 2.3.
That's right.
Okay, so we also got one for Goro, and we got one for Beto. Okay, I'm interested in one of Beto. A lot of people like her. No more little other uninteresting characters, except for Noelle. I don't care if Noelle sucks. Noelle is waifu material all the way.
Right, players are going to get an inside look at some of the secrets.
And yes, I said waifu. Bite me.
Behind General Goro in his head.
But no, I'm talking about here. No,
we'll
sorry.
Be joining Captain Beto for an all-new adventure in her hangout as well.
We have quite a few new storylines awaiting travelers in the new version.
Okay, we're going to jump right ahead here.
If you like new characters, will be appearing in one of version 2.3's weapon event wish.
Okay, so here's a new weapon called Red Horn Stone Thresher, which will probably be Ito's best in slot weapon. Let's just put it like that. There we do best in slot weapon. It looks sick. It looks sick. But if anybody out there is not don't have the money for it, don't waste your money on it. It's not worth it. You don't need it to play this video game at all. It's just nice. And of course, new artifacts. I always appreciate new artifacts, new things to actually work on, which I'm sure one of these sets will be primarily best in slot for Goro and probably Ito's. Looks like the 30% defense, which Goro, and a character equipped with the artifact will obtain the hitting an opponents with geo attacks. Yeah, it's pretty much geo attack centric, and the other one is a healing one. Which, is there any characters out there in the game that actually uses those healing artifacts? Like primarily? I can think of one little bubble butt that might, but would it be a best in slot for her? I don't know. Like, seriously, like, I have healing characters that don't even use healing items because they're not even good for them. Like, they're just like, hey, you want to do more healing? You already do enough. You already do enough. You don't need more. You can overheal in this game. Really, you can. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. They really need to make the healing weapons in the game have some substantial uses behind them, so characters that do healing can have a real reason to be a healing class and not be a healing class that can do damage. But honestly, everybody wants to do damage. Everybody wants to do that big old damage. See, how you fix that, Mihoyo, is put raids and real dungeons in the games where you have to team up with players outside of you and your part and be in a party of 4 or whatever, and actually have to be hey, are you a healer? Are you a tank, taunt? Or are you a DPS? Focus in on that. And those things will come into use because then or just a regular support like Goro. Goro is a very like a support-based character. You have it. Just use it. You have the potential. You have tanks, you have healers, you have DPS, and you have supports. You can use it. God.
Also, the new artifact sets Husk of Opulent Dreams and...
Okay, I'm skipping this. Okay, so looks like new world boss potential. It's like a dragon wolf. It looks sick. Multiple heads around it. Okay. Okay, looks like we want to destroy those things so we can keep him from doing abilities. Okay.
And that's our new open world boss, the Golden Wolf Lord. Dude.
Golden Wolf Lord. What a name. That's Golden Wolf Lord. I like wolves. Wolves in video games are pretty cool. No, so far no serpent dragons or anything like that, but wolf, okay. I like it. I like it.
Whoa, spicy puppy snake. I love him.
Which is also the reason why Rift Hounds and Rift Hound whelps appeared in Surumi Island in the first place.
Okay, so this is the reason why they start showing up on the islands. Okay, I wish you would get in a little bit more details on who's the one to put the mist around the islands. By the way, new monster going with Rift Ward, howling from the dark world, and the ruler of the Black Wolves has the power to call upon the followers followers in hidden claws to dissolve space itself and force a rift through which it may enter. Okay, so no legs, just a big old head. This is the brother of Icy Wolf. Like this is like his distant cousin that died. Or is it still alive? I actually don't know.
As a giant, monstrous beast from another world, its subjects are tasked with making preparations before it descends. And since this monster will be a recurring boss in Surumi Island, players will be able to challenge this abyssal beast at any time.
Okay, challenge.
If you have the resin for it. Like, there's so many world bosses and bosses that you need resin for. Mihoyo, increase or give us a way to get more resin. You have so many monsters now. Or decrease all the other worlds, other than maybe like Inazuma if you want to, right? Other worlds, not worlds, but other areas, decrease the resin use required to beat them. Sounds like 5 or 2. I'm serious. It's getting ridiculous. There's so many world bosses that you need to go kill to get items on, and then of course you got the dungeon bosses, and then of course you got the you got the dungeon bosses, you got the clouds as well. You have the just too many things you need those resins for. There needs to be a better way of getting or obtaining resin in the game other than just, all right, I should have it by now, right? Yeah, it's been 16 hours. It's ridiculous.
Challenge accepted, but how do we fight it?
Well, let's give everyone the inside scoop. In combat, the Golden Wolf Lord's attacks can apply stacks of the corrosion status, which will cause all characters in the party to continuously lose HP. When the Wolf Lord's HP drops to a certain threshold, it will summon Rift Hound Alphas to provide it with shields.
Well, that just doesn't sound fair.
I mean, I think I'm up for this fight, but it does sound pretty tough.
Yeah, but don't worry. In the latter stage of the fight, the Wolf Lord's resistance to Geo attacks decreases, while its attack increases. So you'll have to factor that into your strategy.
I gotta do math?
So later on, it would start doing more damage, but take more damage. It'll put a debuff on you, which would be doing damage over time, and it's get more vulnerable to Geo attacks over time. So if you go in there with a heavy Geo party, you're going to be at a disadvantage for a while, but then start coming into advantage. So it's one of those things you pay the price for playing Geo, but honestly, Geo characters don't do very much damage. You're going to be whacking on this thing for longer because you don't do very much damage unless they change the meta up by having this whole, group up Geo characters to be a good idea kind of thing. And then you have a good bit of defense to withstand his damage, and you'll be doing more damage to him because he's already taken more damage on top of he's more vulnerable now to more Geo over time. So it's one of those things you played the line here, and they're saying in groups. Let's be honest here. Most of us will be killing this by ourselves. There's no real reason to do this in the groups. There should be more reasons to be like, hey, you should do this in a group. Why? Because you're gonna have a hard time, even if you are a whale. You want to find groups of players to play with. You want that incentive. Players playing together, making friendship, making bonds will make the game more sustainable. And honestly, it will make the content not burn out so quickly. And of course, I think there should be just more content would involve multiple players taking days or not hours to beat.
Okay, is there anything else I should know?
Nope, I think that's about all we have for this new monster.
Don't forget the laser
probably
beam.
A good time to take a short break and give away our second redemption code.
Sounds good.
All right, code inbound in.
Okay, there's a code for those who haven't got it already. Jumping right into the next part.
Snowy Dragonspine area to explore an all-new event.
Okay, so this is the new event, Snowy Mist, the Storm, or Shadows of a Mist, the Snowstorm. I'm assuming, oh boy, there gets mind control. We got a new sword. Sword looks pretty nice. It's okay. We get some prisms, we get a crown, we get some scrolls, we get the Santa Claus hat. So what is that? Snowman companion or component? And then that's, I don't know what that Aki Hiss is. I don't know if that's probably an item unique, or maybe it's companion. I don't know. The thing might be a cosmetic, the hat, or it might be a companion. I don't know, but maybe a little snowman companion, or maybe clicking on it will make a snowman pop up. I don't know. I'm hoping the story's interesting. Hope it's long. Hope it's, unique. New dungeons, new boss. I hope there's more to it than just like, hey, do this one thing one day, come back in 24 hours, do the second part, come back in 24 hours, do the next part, come back in 24 hours, do the next part, and then it's done, over with. Never do it ever again, because it's one and done, and you'll probably obtain all that within that time. Again, Mihoyo, you're missing. Like, you don't need time gating in this game in order to make the content last. Make it challenging, make you find friends, make you get friends, make you play with players. I know some people, I don't want to play with people. I don't know why you play online, like why this game even has online functions if it's not meant to be playing online with other people. It's like, just why even have that function if you're not gonna play with friends? Or make friends. If you are that much of a shut-in, seriously, go outside, touch some grass. People are fine. They're not all terrible.
Koi, I know that you know a thing or two about Dragonspine, so why don't you take the lead?
It would be my pleasure, Zach. Okay. The main event in version 2.3 is called Shadows Amid Snowstorms. In this event, the Adventurers Guild will be holding their winter training on Dragonspine. They plan to have seasoned adventurers pairing up with newer recruits. Some of our old friends from Mondstadt will be joining to help out too. You know, like Amber and Eula.
Oh, that's cool.
And he just says like Amber. You remember her? No one cares about Amber, and that's so sad. Well, I know one kid likes Amber. But realistically, like, Amber's such a...
Cool? You see what I did there? Cool, because it's cold and
yes, Zach, I did see what you did there.
Well, we'll definitely need our friends to survive the deadly cold of Dragonspine.
Yep. Travelers who've reached Adventure Rank 20 and completed the prerequisite quests will be able to participate in the event. And you know, outside the event storylines, travelers can participate in various challenges and earn event currencies to exchange for a range of rewards.
I'm excited to chill in Dragonspine again, but what kinds of gameplay can we expect for travelers during our
training? Basically, it's a training.
Spine again, but what kinds of gameplay
I was hoping to skip right to him talking about it
for travelers during our winter training?
The first is called agility training. Basically, it's a special speed training. Once you start, you need to follow the guides to proceed down a race course. The goal is to get the highest score possible before successfully reaching the end. And your score is based on the amount of time spent and the number of insignias of adventure and insignias of conquest you're able to collect during the training.
Pause. I noticed the little symbol on the ground is a boot and how it makes you jump higher. That's how he's jumping up. Everybody's wondering, like, why is he jumping up like a fucking bunny on crack? It's not an elevator. This time it's just the item on the ground. So you want to get the coin, fall down onto the jump thing, get the next coin, jump, fall down, get the you want to be bop 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 bop. You don't want to be gliding over the coin, falling onto the coin, and then going back at the jump thing. Grab the jump thing, get the coin, jump. Because I'm sure that the time for it to use is within, like, 10 to 15 seconds to use it. Don't glide, just jump.
Ooh, and it also looks like we've got some special buffs to make use of.
That is correct. Special blessings will sometimes appear while you race. There are two kinds of blessings. First is the Gale Spring blessing, which will enhance your character's jumping abilities. And second is the Iron Skin blessing, which will allow your characters to shatter ice pillars around them.
Okay, so we'll need to aim for the ice pillars containing insignias.
I guess you had to destroy the pillars.
Oh, you are so smart. That is correct. Travelers should be sure to make use of it. Some insignias of adventure will be hidden in the course, but insignias of conquest appear only at certain times. Ooh. You'll need to get the correct timing down and grab them throughout the challenge. The second type of gameplay is tracker training. Travelers will need to...
Okay, so you want to, when you're doing that challenge, I'm assuming that you don't want to be taking too much time, so you can get to the corresponding spot that the ability or trait will spawn, so you can get it within time to be having a favorable amount of time. So if you're the person in this thinking you can just take your time and all you gotta do is just collect them all and get it done, you might not want to. You might actually want to speed up a little bit so you can get to the corresponding spot.
Find and melt all the ice crystal piles within the training area to complete the challenge.
So a pyro character is going to be a must for your party in this one.
Yep.
This is how they're treating Amber. This is how they're treating Amber. They're only treating her as a means to an end to get what you to play her, to get this challenge done, and then you won't play her ever again. And if you have a pyro character already that's fire, that's a bow, or whatever, you might not even use Amber. Hell, I might not even use Amber. I just might use another fire character, run up to the thing and smack it. Unless the means to get to the thing is up high and then climb up to get it, then I might have to switch Amber because Amber's the only character to have that's pyro, that's a bow and arrow character. But they're showing the example here to play Amber. Like, hey, have an easy time doing this, play Amber. This is the only time Amber's going to get played. Unless you're new to the game, and or you're just one of those few people out there that just play Amber for the memes, because honestly, she's not that good. But I know some people that literally that they play her just to be funny. If you like her, you like her. I think she's a great looking character. I love her character design and her character traits, but her abilities aren't on par with a lot of other characters.
Yep. But this training shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to be careful of the nearby enemies and surrounding environment. And our third type of gameplay is combat.
Okay, so right there, that pretty much tells you, yeah, play a pyro character with a bow. Because unless you want to fight all the enemies, it's best to shoot it from a distance and keep on moving. Okay, well, you're pretty much, if you don't have the other firework chick from the Inazuma, you're playing Amber, and which I will probably be playing Amber, which it's so sad.
Combat
She's just
training.
utility now. That's all she is. It's
Combat's
utility.
my favorite part.
Combat training camps will contain lures that can be activated to begin the training session. Lures will start in a state of source cold and will emanate cold air that not only increases the rate at which sheer cold will accumulate on your character, but also gives nearby opponents a buff at fixed intervals.
Sounds like this one might be a little more intense for challengers then.
Yeah, but don't worry. There are multiple mechanisms around the lures. Travelers can activate these mechanisms by attacking them while carrying Scarlet Quartz. Once you've activated the 3 mechanisms, they will change the lure state to heat source and cancel the accumulation of sheer cold.
So you want to
Yeah,
activate
see?
that.
When lures switch to heat source mode, characters will also restore a certain amount of energy at fixed intervals. So on heat source mode, dealing damage to opponents while carrying Scarlet Quartz will unleash all the quartz energy in a single blow, dealing AoE pyro damage to the opponents.
Whew, I can already see myself searching frantically to find Scarlet Quartz in this one.
Yeah, but actually, besides looking for Scarlet Quartz
sorry,
in the
not me
surrounding
again.
area,
You
you
know,
can
the
also
recording
obtain
for
Scarlet
this
Quartz by
didn't
defeating certain monsters during
keep
the challenge.
their recording
All 3 of
on
these
just the
trainings have
videos
multiple
themselves.
challenges, which may be completed to obtain event currencies, primo gems, and mora. You can also obtain
All
some
right, we're gonna switch to the
Back
next
to
stage.
Inazuma for our next event titled Bantan Sango Case Files.
Bankan Sango's case files of the warrior dog. Mysterious case have came up in Inazuma. The Bantan Sango Detective Agency has put out a commission at an adventure guild for someone who can help them solve the case. They say the pay is good. Primo gems, character experience, mystery enhancement ores, mora, weapon accessories, and a special event item, which is a ball, which better give me a dog for a companion. Mihoyo, dog for a companion. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Just saying. Doggy is a good thing. Well, never mind. Camera like that. Forgot. Well, it's not that. Forgot. This is not on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, dog is a good thing. A cat would be nice too, but I want a dog. I want a dog. Or fox. Fox, also nice.
The warrior dog.
Oh, please don't bark.
Wait, what?
What was that?
Was that you, Koi?
No, it was Corey.
You can't blame this one on the dog.
Okay,
Ears
anyway,
twitching.
back to our event. There have been mysterious disappearances of animals across Inazuma lately, and of course, the Traveler is there to help. According to the Commission, our objective is to find and bring the missing animals back. During investigation, we get to find a mysterious dog which patrols around some of the missing animals.
Well, a dog? There's like a whole bunch of dogs here.
These are all its canine bunshin, which are like illusionary copies.
Oh yeah, these aren't your average guard dog. They're carrying a little sword.
That's why we need to sneak to where the dog keeps the little animals and avoid being detected, unless we want to be attacked.
That, sir, sounds super scary.
Yes, it does. In this event, travelers will obtain a gadget called the Ubiquity Net. Travelers can use it to replace their elemental skill with the net's ability. We'll use this ability on the indicated animals to whisk them away. If the skill hits a canine bunshin, it will be stunned for a short time. Travelers can also activate smoke machines and fireworks around places of interest to cause distractions too. Throughout our investigation, we'll also
I like this event already. This is a nice little event. It's charming, it's quaint, it's cute, has a very good, very interesting mechanic behind it. This is nice. These are small games in Genshin Impact that I don't think personally should ever go away. They're a nice little bit of flavor. And I know later on this will go away and new players or players that may be coming back or whatever are gonna miss out on it, and this would be such a just like a nice little thing. I don't know. This is charming. I like this. I get right. The rewards might not be enough to keep it going, or they don't want to keep on giving people free items for doing these things. And who's ever to do it as a a time challenge. Maybe some people out there be like, hey, I can beat this thing now within, 2.5 seconds of whatever, right? Some ridiculous thing. If you give people enough time, they'll find a way to break it. I promise you. It's nice. I'm looking forward to this. Definitely looking forward to this.
Discover numbers of animals that have been kept in cages inside places called dens of thieves. We'll need to defeat the surrounding opponents first before opening the cages and coming to their rescue.
Treasure orders.
By completing event challenges, we can claim rewards including Primo Gems, so be sure to give it a try. After this event ends, travelers can complete the related world requests to obtain a brand new gadget called the Omni Ubiquity Net.
That's quite a name.
Yeah. Unlike the gadget from the event, this...
You can use the power of the Omni Ubiquity Net to increase the variety of animal species in the pot. What? So you can capture them and put them in your pot world. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Unique creatures. Can you catch Oni? I want to catch me one little dancing little Oni guys. Ding 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 ding. I want to catch one of them. And a fox.
Upgraded net has been modified using Onmyodo. It is said it can capture the essence of smaller creatures before using the net itself as a medium to replicate their forms.
So what you're saying is, we can keep pets with it.
Well, sort of. We can use the net as a way of recreating animals that we meet in the open world and place them in our Serenity Pot.
Recreate them, even though the fox in that video totally disappeared. Like, that was not a, let me copy you. That was a straight up, get in my Pokeball bamboo net. That was straight up, you capture that thing. They can flavor text that all they want. No. PETA, I know you're gonna be like, no, they say they make copies of them. See, we're dodging the words. We don't capture them and put them in our little zoo area or a pot realm. We don't take them out of the natural habitat. We're just making copies of them. They're not really them. Oh, that's clever. I get it. Smart on you.
But the bottom line is, I can be like Draff or Timmy and have an army of pigeons at my disposal.
I will accept this.
Right. But please note that there are some little critters who cannot be recreated using the net. Travelers may find which animals can be recreated in the archive.
Yes, we're gonna get to keep some more animals in our realms.
I'm actually looking forward to that.
Our next event is Energy Amplifier Fruition. Some of you may remember the previous Energy Amplifier event. It turns out that after our previous research, some remaining mutation stones have started to surface. In the new version of the Energy Amplifier event, travelers will need to get to the places of interest and eliminate threats there.
But mutation stones can grant powerful bonuses to opponents, so we'll want to take care of those first before facing the enemy.
Yeah. After defeating the enemies, we can open the chests to claim rewards. What's different from the previous Energy Amplifier event is that once travelers have cleared all the investigation tasks in Act 1, they'll automatically gain the Energy Amplifier and all of the Earman Soul Fruit fragments. Each act cleared will unlock the corresponding deceitful domain.
And just like the previous time we entered this event, we will be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, and...
I know some people out there probably like looking forward to this. It'll probably be fun for them. I mostly just did it and got my primos and I was out. Like it was I did it with by myself a little bit. I did it with some other people and I got it done and moved on. The rewards were nice. Yes, I get it. They were primos and some materials, whatever. But I don't think that's like this could be a ongoing, recurring, redoing event if they were to expand upon it and make it a requirement to need your friends, need allies, need people to obtain a item of substantial worth. And I'm talking about weapons, I'm talking about full wishes, not primos, full wishes. That'd be nice, right? You know, very rare artifacts that you have to beat it on the highest difficulty to be able to get it. Or something. I don't know. This feels like another one of those things that we're gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be blowing through it. I'm gonna be done within the expected days that it releases. Whether it releases, you know, one thing per day, or if it releases all of it one time, I'll get it done within 2 days or whatnot, and then I'll be done with it, and I'll never touch it ever again, and it would just be a waste of time. And then I would be on my burnout of wanting more content in the game because, well, there's nothing to do. But there's a lot of things to do. I'll be busy with the first week, right? There'll be enough content within the first week. We got all the other events. We got the story. We got the character story. You know, that stuff might keep me occupied for a little bit. But for those who are playing it at in-game rates, Wells or otherwise, people are playing this game religiously, you know, 12 hours a day, you'd be done within 2-3 days, and we'd be back in the same situation we were a week prior before this patch, just waiting for the next thing to come out. I don't know, the last robot thing, that was, I know that took 3 days to release, but that was so quick and so short, it was not worth it. It was way too easy and honestly just way too short. I thought that could have been a really interesting story, really interesting world building and blah blah blah. They just it was done and over with.
And the energy amplifier will help amplify our abilities in these domains. The fragments you
can and new trials for travelers to challenge.
We're doing the mist scene again, which I heard about this new mist scene coming back, and this is when the trials random characters will spawn around this pillar. You kill them, you go to the next pillar, you get the buffs, blah blah blah. And then of course we got coming back, we got the Elvis looking dude, or the pineapple pin guy coming back, whatever his name is in the game. Give him some slime, give him some materials, and he'll give you some of his materials, which is always nice. That's always been such a great thing to have. But it's not one of the things. I'm glad they're giving way to earning primo gems, but I would like to earn full-on wishes, because you're gonna need them for this next patch for sure. All right.
Players can search for Lieben and submit the materials that he requests to claim rewards. And that's all we've got for the upcoming events. We've covered quite a bit of content. I'm on into our Serena teapot.
And she's got some new dialogue for us while she's in our teapot. Come and talk with Paimon whenever you have the chance.
Oh, even they're making fun of Paimon. They know how much Paimon's such a trash character. Hey, it's not me, it's them. So Paimon can be put in the teapot realm. I don't know what functionality she'd be able to do. I'm hoping for something. See, Mihoyo, this is my thought here. You can keep this and just give me, I don't know, give me something. Give me some shout outs. I don't care. Give me some notoriety. I don't care. So what you do with these teapots, right? Make a mini game inside the teapot. And what you do, you ever heard of the Castle Defender? Yeah, Castle Defender. Make monsters start spawning into your realm. They find a way to get inside, and they come in at you waves, and you need to put down turrets, buildings, gates, of those items that you put in that one little mini game, right? And your actual characters, like, have some supporting characters, right? So for those players that don't have many characters, have a list of supporting characters they can use, right? It's like, hey, I don't own this character, but they're giving this character for you to use for free, so you can click on that character and place them down, and they will do their abilities to defend your main hub. And you're trying to make sure they don't destroy all your things. And if they destroy all your things inside of it, right? Once it's destroyed, you won't be having access to whatever it was for a full, like, 24 hours or full 2 days or whatever, right? And then if you beat it within your time limit or within your criteria of whatever challenge may be coming about, let's say no characters were killed, No building was destroyed. They couldn't get past the first stage. They couldn't get past the second stage. They could never, they never were able to I don't know. You beat it with the limited characters in your battlefield. You beat it with limited, gates or whatever. You can pile on the things and make it more challenging. That would be a nice little mini game and keep it right. And the characters go, hey, um, let's just turn this thing on and go. And then of course you could you have your friends join you, right? And you could run around as well, and maybe have different spots where monsters will spawn out of, right? Just random like rifts pop up or whatever, and you and your allies need to go there and have a whole Dynasty Warriors kind of effect going on, trifecta of like a big old boss will come out, and then you're a bunch of minions, and you and your party members need to go and defeat that thing or whatever, and maybe you'll help your other friends go do the Nearpot realm and so on and so on, and you help allies and help random players that you just jumping in like, hey, have you beat this thing yet? Would you like me to join you, help you out? Things like that. Just put it in.
I don't think that I want to, if that's what she sounds like, but I think I will take pictures with Paimon. It's not often we get to snap a photo with Paimon.
Okay. And that concludes the new version content for today.
That was a pretty good Paimon.
All right, there's the last code. Try to see if there's anything else. No, nothing else. Okay, so there we go. That was the 2.3 update for Genshin Impact coming out within the week, within 2 weeks. I didn't hear them say how long, but maybe they did and I just skipped over it. So be looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. I have hope for it, but I didn't hear anything about no new islands, no new continents, no new area, no new new mechanic in the game that will be a long-running and long-standing thing to do in the game with recurring rewards, or anything about resin, or there's so many things wrong about this game. I just need to finish that video. If you're interested in me doing a video, I have a video coming out within. Just stay tuned. I gotta finish editing myself, and y'all know me. For those who do know me, I don't like editing, so it's just one of those things you gotta bear and grin. 10 things or more things I hate about Genshin Impact, and I hate to put the word hate, but it really does tick me off a little bit of a lot. And I said some of them out loud, so you already get some of the ideas, some of the things I might be complaining about. I'm hopeful. I have high hopes for this. I'm looking forward to it. Hope it's good. I just feel like Genshin might be not paying attention to this game enough to put more resources into the game to make it a really everlasting game. And this game has so much potential for great online multiplayer aspects to it that they're squandering. They're squandering it. But if you're looking forward to it and you're excited to see what's coming out, and you're excited about these new characters and new events, and you think this is enough to occupy your time until the next game come out, put your thoughts down below, your comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, because YouTube's getting rid of the dislike button, so don't really matter about that. Ha! That's not funny, YouTube. And as always, for those who want to watch me, I'll be live technically today at 7 o'clock PST time, Friday and Saturdays at 7 o'clock. And on Wednesdays, I'm live again around 8 o'clock, depending on how long my podcast goes. If you want to check that out. And then afterwards, around 8 or so, I will be going live on twitch.tv/GrumpyBear. Be sure to come by and hang out with me in the chat. Be sure to share this around, tell your friends about it, and put your thoughts down below. What would you like them to put in the next expansion? Do you feel like, they're treating the game with justification of their, of these small events, or would you like something that would be a little long lasting? any ideas of what you would think they could do to make this game even better than it already is. This game is still fun, a great time. I still love it. I do. It's just there's just some things about this game I just really feel like they're missing out on, and they could do just either if it's just flavor of life, just a little bit of flavor, just something really different. Like I don't know, make his body type not a skinny little twig. I still like his design. I think it's great, but I think they should have changed his body type. But anyways, as always, you have a good day, you have a good night, and as always, have a good life. Much love, y'all, and bye. I got a text.